Today, I want to talk about my DeWalt DSW779/780 sliding compound miter saw. I love this beast, and it is a beast. It's a 12-inch cutter blade, so it handles the wood that I am getting. And for reference, I get all my lumber from a lumber mill where it's kiln dried, but it's rough. So 4/4, 5/4, 8/4, 9/4. So I can mill it to my specifications. This handles every one of them. Walnut, both oaks, hard maple, a softer cedar, cherry. This is a beast. This does a great job. Now, one thing I did change on this is I do not use the standard blades that come with miter saws or table saws. Now, for the average homeowner, the DIYer that's using it periodically, those blades are fabulous. They are excellent. I use mine a lot more. I mean, I'm out here 5 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day, working on all of this stuff. So I need something that's going to stay sharp longer and is a little bit more accurate. So what I've done is I've changed all my saw blades, and I use the CMT orange blades for both my chop saw and my table saw. And I believe I've actually changed my track saw to that as well. I will put a link to this 12-inch blade below so that you can look at them. And I don't find them to be expensive, but I find them to be perfect. They are really, really nice. They hold a good, nice, sharp edge. I clean them periodically with CMT comes out with their own cleaner. Some of my things I use Simple Green on, works really, really well. But for these blades, because there's a Teflon coating on them that the Simple Green will take off, I use the CMT cleaner, and it's not expensive to buy a bottle of that. This works great for me. So let's get back to the saw. I love the fact that I have a full 12 inches full 12 inches to come out. I can get a good piece of lumber on this. It slides very easily. Obviously, I'm down one-handed, so for me to use my right hand on this, it really works well. I don't have it plugged in right now, but there's a laser on this. And I said, why do I need a laser? Look, I'm going to draw a pencil mark. I don't need a laser. I'm here to tell you, I'd be lost without the laser at this point. I really like it. I turn it on, and it really helps me to validate the mark that I have that I want to cut. So it really works well for me. I really like having the laser on here. I wouldn't be without it at this point. I love the way and how smooth it is to manage back and forth. Obviously, you get all of the stops. You get a stop at 0, 22.5, 31.6, 35.3, and then 45. This side will go to 50. This side will go to 60. There are ways that you can create a template that will allow you to go deeper than that if you need to. So I really like this. Obviously, mine's permanently mounted to my bench, and I've always kept it that way. But I really like it. It's compound, so it's going to go these sides. I don't use this a lot, but I do. When it's there, it's there. I really use the angles this way more than anything else. And I really like this. It's very accurate and easy to align if you have problems with it. And let's face it, we all do that. We all drop wood on it, or it'll jump on us, and so it'll kick it out of alignment. But to align it up, it's very easy to do that. The instructions show you how to do that. I probably only have to do that a couple times a year, and really that's just to check that it's still there. This really stays in alignment for me without any issues. Let's talk about what I don't like it. How many of us don't like the amount of sawdust that flies off of these things every time we cut a piece of wood? Raise your hand. Yep, I'm right there. It will send sawdust absolutely everywhere in my shop. I've tried everything. I've seen guys use these big tunnels back here that do that, and it would probably work, but I don't have a lot of room back here to do something like that. I've seen all sorts of gadgets, and I've tried a lot of those gadgets. I actually, if you can see back here, there's a piece of wood that catches some of the sawdust that comes in, so I don't have to vacuum behind my chop saw. But, and let's laugh at this because it's okay to laugh at Roger every once in a while. And we all do this. We all do things. I hurt my wrist October 15th. So I had from October 15th to about 2 weeks, November 6th, I think, somewhere on there, where they did the actual surgery on my wrist. Whole nother story. Anyways, when I went to the emergency room and they fixed it, or they temporarily fixed it, they put 11 stitches in my wrist to hold it together so I could see my orthopedic surgeon. They didn't tell me I couldn't work, and I had jobs that I had to get done. Yes, was it laborious? Yes, but I still had to get done. Well, what I had done is just before I got hurt, the weekend before I got hurt, I had ordered 2 pieces. I was looking for dust collection for my chop saw. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. So let me zoom in and show you what I finally found. Okay, so you don't need to see me anymore, but you'll see my hands. We don't care whether you see me anymore or not. You don't stare at my face. So a couple things. So I went out searching for, show me a better way to collect dust on my chop saw without the big thing back here, because I don't have the room to put a big thing back here. The first thing I came across was this piece right here, this tube. And it comes down here and attaches, and it gives you a new throat plate right here. So what this does is this collects all the sawdust that's going down with your saw blade and being pushed underneath your throat plate here. It sucks it up here into this tube and into this piece. Well, you can do that all by itself. You don't need anything else. In it, we'll see what happens. The other, what they did recommend though, is that I bought this from a company called Inspire Woodcraft. Sorry, I'm reading it because I can't remember. It's called the Zero Clearance Collection Throat Plate Gen 2. I will put a link below. I do not get paid for this. They are not paying me to tell you about it. I'm just reviewing the tool that I have in my shop. They recommended this unit here from Shop Nation. I'm pretty sure that's how they went. I'm pretty sure I went for one and ended up with the other. Anyways, this thing right here is the sliding compound miter saw kit. And it includes this unit here, this rubber piece that's screwed on here instead of just slid up in there, and it goes up easy. Now, here's the laughable part. I ordered this the weekend before I got hurt. So obviously I took a few days off and I said, I have to do something. So I came out, I put this unit on pretty much one-handed with stitches in my hand. So it's easy to go on. And then I put this unit on and the new throat plate and cut into this. Now, so that tells you how easy it is to put on. Here's the downside. I couldn't hold a piece of wood very easily to be able to test it. I did a little bit, but didn't want to overstress what I had already damage I had already done. So I really won't know how good it is until January when I go back to work. So you're getting the tool review, or you're getting the dust system review or pieces that I've bought. I will do a whole another review, or probably a quick one. It'll probably be a short on how good this works. What little bit I've done with this, it really does do a great job. Now, what I want to determine is, does it get the sawdust down here without clogging up? And does it suck all the sawdust here? And yes, I got all my fingers by the blades. It's all unplugged, so it's not a huge deal. So let's see how it works. But right now, every review tells me this looks great. And what little testing I did, it really worked great. So if I can get 85% of the dust going up the hose, I'm thrilled. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm always going to expect a little bit of dust, but I want to see if I can eliminate some of that. So keep a lookout sometime in January for a review of the dust system. But for right now, my DWS779 780, actually this is the 780 sliding compound miter saw, works great. I love this tool. DeWalt did a super job with it. There is more than enough power that I need. This thing's a beast. Now, I had the 10-inch before this, had it for a long time. I've had this now for about 3 years. I had the 10-inch for a long time, and it worked great. I burned it up. It is what it is. It just happens. So, but I love this saw. If you need to go to the 10-inch, certainly go to that one. That really worked just as well. Love the saw. DeWalt, you did a great job. I appreciate everybody listening and watching these reviews. I will link all the other reviews that I did below, and I will link these items below as well. But in the meantime, because I can't keep making sawdust, please, everyone, keep making sawdust, and God bless.